Hello students, today we will study about the education philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi ji. We all know that the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi is very much huge when it comes to the freedom or when it comes to his philosophy of education. So today we'll see his education philosophy in detail. Coming to the introduction of Mahatma Gandhi, so we all know that he was a great Indian leader, thinker, social reformer, and educational philosopher. He aimed to build a free, casteless, non exploitative society. So he wanted to build a society which is free from any kind of discrimination on any ground. For him, education was the main instrument of social change. So he believed that education is a tool which can only bring social change in the society. So education is very important. He also emphasized that education based on Indian culture, values and self-reliance. This is very important. Throughout his whole education philosophy, you will come to see that he has focused much on the Indian culture, values, and to make an individual self-reliance. तो आत्मनिर्भर बनाने की जो शिक्षा है उस पर काफ़ी इन्होंने बल दिया है. आप जब भी इनकी पूरी शैक्षिक दर्शन को देखेंगे तो आप कहीं ना कहीं आपको सेल्फ रिलायंस आत्मनिर्भरता की बात दिखेगी. Then coming to his life sketch, we will take a brief look on this. So he was born on 2nd of October 1869 at Porbandar, Gujarat. All of you must be knowing this. And he was called Mahatma by Rabindranath Tagore, also known as Bapu and Rashtrapita. He married Kasturba at the age of 13 and he studied law in London, later spent 21 years in South Africa and then where he developed Satyagraha non-violence concept for the first time. Major movements we all know, he is well known for the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement and Quick India movement. His important writings include Hind Swaraj, My Experiment with Truth, which is his own autobiography, and he was assassinated on 30 January 1948. So this is the brief life sketch and we all are aware of this. Now coming to the main aspect, meaning of education. What according to Mahatma Gandhi ji was the meaning of education? So according to him, literacy is not the end of education. He used to say that education is not merely literacy and literacy is not the end of education. Education is even more broader and comprehensive than literacy. True education develops body, mind and spirit. So when we see the definition of education given by Mahatma Gandhi ji, so he says that education means an all-round development of body, mind and soul. So here he is talking about all the three aspects and domains of a person's life. By body, he is saying the physical development. By mind, he is saying the mental and the intellectual development. And by spirit, he is concerned with the spiritual development of the individual. So education itself is the holistic development of the whole person. According to him, that is the true education. He focused on development of hand, brain and soul. So he also known for 3H, that is head, heart and hand. Later in his curriculum, he focused on the development of 3H. Then education must come through the training of body organs, practical activity. There are two main ideas. One, he believed that education is a development. It is a development process. It goes throughout the lifespan. So it's continuous, it keep on going. And second, that education is not merely, it's not mere literacy, that only if you are literate and you know how to read, write and do the arithmetic, that means you are a literate person. But we will not say that you are an educated person. So literacy is, it's a subset of education according to him. Aims of education according to Mahatma Gandhi. So the first and the foremost aim was practical usefulness in life. He believed that education should be useful. Whatever we are teaching to the student, that should have practical usefulness in his life, whether it is solving his life problems or not, whether he is capable of leading the life in a productive way or not. So whatever we are including in the curriculum, that should have some practical usefulness. Then vocational aim, self-reliance through productive work. This is very important. This only I told you earlier, that he believed that by doing productive work or by integrating vocational education in the curriculum, we can make the people of the country self-reliance, so they can earn, they can live their life with full human dignity, and then only the country or the nation will progress. Then is the cultural aim. So he appreciated the Indian culture, the Indian ethos, the values that are integrated in our culture. So the role of education, according to him, is also to preserve, to conserve the culture and to transform the same culture from generation to generation. Then character building, another important aim of education. So he believed in moral and ethical development is also very important. The character of the student has to be developed by teaching them what is morality, what is ethics, what is good, bad, right, wrong. So they should know all these things. Next is perfect development. So as we have discussed in his uh, the definition given by him, he talks about the body, mind and soul. So all the three kind of development is required for a complete personality development. So he also respected dignity of labor. He has respect of for the manual work, which later we will see that he focuses on the craft centered education, and that is the manual work. Then leadership training, that is also, we have to make leaders. In the student we have to develop the quality of leadership so that they can take charge of the social responsibility. And then social and individual aim, service and self development. So these all are the aims of education according to Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of education. Coming to the methods of teaching. So what are the different method of teaching? So training of senses and body for mental development. So he believed that training all the five senses and the whole body, the physical development and the mental development is very important. Reading before writing, so art before letters. So students should practice reading so that they can comprehend whatever is given and then they can write in a better way. Then learning by doing. When we see the philosophy of education philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi, so he is basically a confluence of idealism, pragmatism and naturalism. All the three Western philosophy is, his philosophy is integration of all those ideals. So learning by doing, it is a pragmatic approach. So he believed that learning through experience or learning by doing is very important. That is why he has focused on the activity based curriculum or the teaching method. Then use of mother tongue as a medium of instruction. So he also focused on mother tongue as a medium of instruction. Then productive craft as the basis of all education. That means we have to integrate the vocational education, the craft on the productive craft work in the method of teaching also. Learning through creative, social and productive activities. Use of lecture, questioning, discussion, correlation of subjects, and then syllabus must be linked with the vocational training. So you can see such a great visionary. Today also when we study the National Education Policy 2020, all these points are integrated, which is here we can see in his philosophy. So these are the method of teaching according to him. Now coming to the concept of discipline. So Gandhiji emphasized on self-control. So self-control is important for the inner discipline, and he believed in self-discipline, not on the imposed discipline or any outer discipline. So self-control is very much important for discipline. Discipline aligned with social responsibility. So when we talk about discipline, it should also be aligned with what is your social responsibility, what is your responsibility for the society. Every individual should be a productive citizen and worker definitely for the country. Every one has to contribute something as a productive member of the society. Education must create a sense of duty and service in the individual. So, whatever we are educating, the student must develop a sense of duty and service to the nation. Discipline based on self realization, not on punishment. So, he opposed the corporal and the physical punishment, and he has emphasized much on the self control, self discipline, and the self realization. Curriculum, also called as Nai Talim, when we study his philosophy. So, according to him, the curriculum should be activity based and craft centered curriculum. This is important. So, he focuses on activity based curriculum. Earlier, also, we have seen in the method of teaching that was learning by doing or learning by experience, and craft centered means vocational education is also integrated with the general curriculum and subject. So basic craft, spinning, weaving, agriculture, that should be incorporated in the curriculum. Curriculum should be taught in the mother tongue, especially up to the elementary level. Mathematics related to craft and daily life. Social studies in which community life, culture, economic life. General science where nature study, hygiene, physiology, physical culture, and then drawing and music. So these are the subjects according to him that should be incorporated in the curriculum. So these 2 points are important when it comes to Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy, that he has talked of the craft centered curriculum and the activity based curriculum. Role of teacher. So according to Mahatma Gandhi, teacher must be a model of character and values. So he believed that student most of the time they observe their teachers, what they do, how they perform, what is their character, what are the value they are possessing. So definitely teacher have, they have to be a role model for the student. So they should have good and moral character and values. Teacher should teach more by examples than by words. He opposed corporal punishment. Teachers should be trained, they should be knowledgeable, devoted and disciplined. Teacher is a sculpture shaping the student's personality. So he compared teacher to a sculpture who shapes, a personality of the student. So he is like a sculpture and he has to shape the student's personality in a good way, so that they can become good and productive human beings for the nation. His contribution to education, when we see, so I already told you that his philosophy is a confluence of idealism, naturalism, and pragmatism. So, what in his philosophy is taken from the idealism? So, when we talk about idealism, so the holistic concept of education, that education is the, it is very comprehensive. It is development of whole personality, whether it is cognitive, affective, psychomotor, whether it is your body, mind, soul. So this is in relation with the idealism concept. Then moral and character education. So here also they are talking of ideals, moral, character, ethical values. Spiritual development, he also focused on spirit, that is the spiritual development is very important, which is also synchronizing with the idealistic philosophy. Role of teacher as moral guide, because idealists always, they have a very important role of teacher. So teacher is a moral guide. Freedom with the discipline and religious and value based education. So these are the point that we can say that Gandhi's philosophy is synchronizing with the idealistic philosophy. Then is, what are the points which prove that he was a pragmatist too, along with the idealist. So according to him, education is for, it's for just a social order, and he believed in the craft centered education, which is activity based and by learning by doing, vocational subjects, self supporting school system, respect for labor, close connection between education and the real life, focus on women education. So these point also, you can see that his philosophy was also believed in the utilitarian value, activity based learning by doing, and self-supporting school system, relationship between education and the real life. So these all are synchronizing with the pragmatist philosophy. Now, what makes Gandhi's philosophy a naturalism philosophy? So his philosophy focus on the craft as the central point of all the subjects, learning in natural surrounding, which is from naturalism, freedom for the child, again point from the naturalism, minimal use of textbooks, curriculum linked to spinning and the community work, and correlation among the subjects. So these points prove that his philosophy also synchronized with the naturalism in education. Now you can see these are some educational quotes by Mahatma Gandhi, which most of the time you will see in any competitive exam also. So his definition of education, the first one, by education I mean all round drawing out of the best in child and body, mind and soul or spirit. So this is the definition, uh, the most important definition when it comes to Mahatma Gandhi ji. Then he said, literacy is not the end of education nor even the beginning. Third is, true education must correspond to the surrounding circumstances. The real difficulty is to overcome ignorance by means of patience and love. Education should be so imparted that it promote a sense of duty and service. At the end, all education should surely be a service. The teacher is to be an example. A teacher who lacks character cannot build character. Basic education links the children, whether of the cities or of the village, to all that is best and lasting in India. Ninth, if we want to reach real peace in this world, we should start educating children. And the last, self-reliance is the foundation of true education. So these all are the very famous educational quote given by Mahatma Gandhi, and you will see all these quotes asked in various competitive exams, either UGC-NET or any other competitive exam. So that is why I have added this into the slide for you. So this is all about Gandhi's philosophy, education philosophy. In the conclusion, we can see for Gandhi, education was a part of reconstructing Indian society. He aimed for building a self-reliant, moral, culturally rooted individuals. His vision combined idealism, pragmatism, and naturalism. And he believed that my life is one indivisible whole, rising from my love for the mankind. So this is all about his philosophy. I hope you all have understood. Thank you so much.